Reason number 5 million to get a beautiful motorcycle. $30, 16 gallons. That's the person before me. Now watch this. $2.83. Motorcycles save you money today. Good morning, Riveter Nation. This is Halo the Riveter coming at you this fine morning. Nice and cool before it gets to feel like Satan's armpit. Alright, so today I wanted to talk about a huge issue, and that's customer service. You know, I totally understand we're going through a pandemic, but this has always been an issue even before that. So, as many of you guys know, when I first started riding, I totally wanted to go through the venue of Harley Davidson, only because growing up, that was the it brand, and that was the top of the top of the line, and the best of the best. So when I first started riding, I decided that I wanted to check out the riding academy and at least get a solid foundation of learning how to ride a motorcycle. And you cannot believe, like, I am just astounded at how they treated me there. They treated me freaking amazing. If many of you guys clicked on this video because you wanted me to hear me bash Harley, I'm actually not going to do that, so you can kind of jump off now if you want. Sorry for the clickbait. Okay, so I really genuinely do want to approach this topic with real importance. You know, like, the way that Harley Davidson treats people is literally, I will be a consumer with them for life. And the reason why is because the very moment I walked in, this was actually, you know, keep in mind, this was walking in for the class, so the riding academy. So it's towards the end of the day on a Friday. I did the riding academy over the weekend. And so, I mean, I know how I am on Friday night. Like, when it's 5 o'clock, it's time to go. Like, it is time to pack up and go. If you have a question, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm just kidding. Do not be that person. But for the most part, that's how people are, and that's not how they are at all. I walked in, everybody greeted me, hey, do you need help with anything? And I was like, man, this is great. Like, walking in can be very intimidating. One, for me, I was a new rider. I had absolutely nothing, like no baseline knowledge about anything motorcycle. I did the millennial thing, and I got on YouTube and watched hours and hours and hours of content, you know, showing me how-tos or what to expect, but nothing can prepare you for a first-hand experience. So I went in and they treated me like family, you know, like everybody asked how I was doing, if I needed help, where they can direct me. And, you know, I'm one of those people, I don't really like asking for help. I'm sorry, that's just me. And I mean, I walked around the store at first and, you know, just kind of took it all in. But everywhere I went in that store, there was somebody asking me if I needed help. And I really have to commend them for that. You know, great customer service is a hard thing to come by these days. And it's really sad, you know, it really is. I'm one of those people who I will tip, not a percentage, but I will tip based on service. And, you know, there's been many a time where my credit card will be like, hey, we saw that you tip 55% of an order. Did you really want to do that? I'm like, yes, you know, if somebody is doing their job and they do it great, I'm going to show appreciation. I'm going to tip them. You know, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, like solid 5%, you get $5.17. Like, no, I'm not shysty, you know. And I understand there's times in our lives where, you know, money might be a little short and you can't be overly generous. But for a job well done, I'm always down to give somebody a great tip. Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble. You know, and I think that's how it should be. If more people in the world function that way, we'd be in a better place, I'm sure. If more people were just genuinely nice, we'd be in a better place. And that's the thing, you know, sometimes you have to ask, like, are people in these businesses nice because they are told they have to be nice? Because there's really a limit to what you can fake. There really is a limit. Like, so honestly, I think that when you go to a like Chick-fil-A, take Chick-fil-A for example, when you go to them, it's honestly that they have built that environment, and give it an atmosphere. That is what they are known for. So they set the bar high. So any employee that they have, they know they have to meet this bar, they cannot meet this bar. And that's honestly, in my opinion, that's a great strategy on any kind of business, to set the bar high. Because anytime I'm going to go somewhere, I'm not one that'll look at Yelp reviews on everything, because I genuinely know that there is genuine idiots out there who think that they deserve the world handed to them on a silver platter. And no, I'm sorry, you're not that special. Sorry, Karen, you are not that special. But at the end of the day, when you're going somewhere, you don't want to, if you need help, we live in a day and age where you can get almost everything online. So if you can avoid going to the store, people are going to do it. And that's the thing, is that if I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need this now, then I'm like, okay, like what is the best place to get it? I always look for price. Blah, 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 blah. Damn. Suspension though. I always look for price, and I always think about where I'm going. Honestly, to be very, very honest, Harley's expensive, so I won't really consider them for a lot of the things. But as far as, getting a genuine, like, you feel like part of the family, Harley is definitely the way to go. I'm really happy with their business strategy. They do embrace you and treat you like one of their own. So whenever I don't know, I'm one of those people, if I don't know something about anything, I kind of don't like to ask, because I don't want people to think I'm stupid just because of my ignorance. But there I don't have any qualms with asking questions. And honestly, if you're going to learn how to ride a motorcycle, you're going to want to know all the oh my gosh, it rained yesterday, guys, so this thing is packed. It's full. It's packed full of water. I'm sure the fish are happy. I don't like to ask things because I don't want to seem like I'm ignorant. But like I said, if it's something like motorcycle riding, you're going to need to know the basis of everything just to make you a safer rider and a more comfortable rider. And in that environment, I definitely feel like I can ask anything and it can be addressed, And so I definitely commend Harley Davidson. No, I am not sponsored by them, and no, I'm not getting paid to say any of this. This is just, I think, an issue that, we face I face as a consumer. But I know right now, like with the pandemic and everything going on, like everybody is not feeling great. Like everybody has issues right now. We all have a lot of unknowns about our income. There's a lot of unknowns about our future of our jobs, like depending on where you at. I live in Texas, so at this current rate, let's see, it is July. Yeah, July. So as of July, like we are a red zone. I know I took that corner way too slow, but I'm sorry. We're a red zone, and it's very uncertain. Our future is uncertain at this current point, but that is what can help. So during the pandemic, my job did shut down. I do work in an industry that is needed and essential, but because of certain factors, we were one of those people who shut down. And so with my job, like when we shut down, it wasn't a furlough. It was like, you can use your 2 weeks like that you have of your PTO, but that's it. You're not getting paid after that. And we were shut down for, I believe it was a good 6 weeks that we were shut down. So I had to go look for other venues of income. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I'm only getting, and I was one of the lucky ones. I'm not complaining, because I was one of the lucky ones who was able to get I got unemployment for like the last 2 weeks that we were shut down. So I had some sort of income coming in. It was great. And I know a lot of people had a worse situation than I did, so I'm not by any means complaining. And I'm very appreciative of my job and my headship, because they are really great people. So anyways, so what I did to sustain my paycheck is I did Shipt. And so I don't know if you guys live in places that Shipt is available, but What Shipt basically is I was like an Uber for groceries. So I had an app or whatever, and I was actually doing this a little bit part-time beforehand just to make a little bit of extra money for a possible vacation this year. Ha, joke's on me. But I'm glad that I had gotten into this, because for the most part, it's relatively easy money. And let me see, I need to turn around here because I don't know where the heck I'm going. It's easy money. There is very much the frustration aspect of it, though. Okay, I did that horribly, but oh well. Okay, so with Shipt, basically, like I said, it's the Uber for groceries. You as a consumer would go online. Hey, you don't want to go to the grocery store because there's people, there's germs, there's freaking no toilet paper, and you don't want to deal with the hassle. You have kids, you don't want to leave your house. Whatever reason that you want grocery shop for you, that is it. So, I said from the very beginning, I was raised by, I'm lucky, I had both my parents in the household, and my dad and my mom always instilled in me, like, to always do things with excellence. So my dad's favorite saying, and I use it to this day, is, the lazy man works twice as hard. And my dad always taught me, like, never to quit, never to give up, and to always just plow it and do it with everything that you have. And so I usually take that on in a work environment or in anything I do. And no, I'm not perfect. I can be very lazy at times, and sometimes no, I don't do everything with excellence. But for the most part, whenever I'm working, and that's great with Shipt because it's and for noob, don't go into neutral. For the most part, you're an independent contractor is how they classify you. So basically, I mean, it's based off of a rating system, and you have to. I started this video with the greatest intention, and here I keep rambling. So you basically, it's your business, You, like I said, I'm sorry, guys. I will try to be more eloquent later on. Okay, so for the most part, I always tell myself, like, I always want to treat people the way I would want to be treated, or how I would want people to treat my family. So I made it a point, whenever I was doing Shipt, to be very professional, at least to the best of my ability. And it pays off, it pays off. And that's what I was gonna say, like, in the long run, in the grocery stores where people were at, we know everyone's in a bad mood right now. Everybody is uncertain. Income might be low. There's a lot more stress on people. We understand. We are all in the same boat. But for the most part, I would like to be a good part of someone's day. I would never want to be the bad part of someone's day. So what's difficult, I know I never expected it to be this difficult, but what's difficult is if the grocery store was out of something, you'd have to text the member and be like, hey, I'm sorry, they are out of your blueberry Pop-Tarts. Like, they have strawberry, they have cinnamon, like, try to be the best. Like, what would you like? And that's how I would want, if I'm paying you money to do a service for me, I would want, at least a decent level of customer service. And like I said, not everybody is built to think that way or built to do that. But I think what I'm trying to get at is just being the best version of you, or at least a good version of you, can definitely change a lot of people's experiences. And if you think about it, if everybody goes around and we all have a bunch of negative experiences, we're all going to be a bunch of sour grapes. And I'm sorry, but nobody likes sour grapes. They're mushy, they're gross, and they usually get thrown back into the bag or they get thrown away. So if you tell yourself that you want to be the good part of someone's life and you want to perform that way, like just literally performing as how you would want somebody to treat you, I promise you, I'm not a pageant girl, and I'm not one that wants nothing but world peace. But who would disagree with me at this time that world peace would be a great, phenomenal thing at this juncture? But honestly, if we were to each, take that time and say that to ourselves, like, I would want to be a good part of someone's day, and I would want to make somebody happy opposed to make somebody frustrated. Like, if you think about it, you gain nothing by making somebody frustrated. Oh my gosh, there's a cat or something running down there. You gain, I think it was a raccoon. Man, I want to, it was a raccoon. That is freaking awesome. If you think about it, by frustrating somebody, you never gain anything positive out of it. I mean, unless they're your mortal enemy and you want to do that, I understand that. Okay, whatever. But if you frustrate a random stranger, you yourself are going to walk away frustrated and angry and just blah. But if you make, okay, like, I'm not talking leaps and bounds. You have to, oh my gosh, like, have them freaking farting rainbows. But you, like, at least just be decent. Smile when someone looks at you. Like, don't scowl all the time. And I'm definitely one of those who can definitely have what is it called? RBM, resting bitch face. Oh my gosh, RBM. I obviously didn't finish first grade and I don't know my freaking letters. RBF, resting bitch face. I am one of those people who has that, you know. I cannot tell you how many times that a lot of people said, like, whenever I first saw you or I knew you, like, I thought you were a bitch, or I thought you were, like, angry. And, like, I'm sorry, like, it's just how I look. It's my permanent muscles, you know. And there's a meme out there that says, like, anytime an old person looks at me, I smile. Whoa, goodness, to show them I'm one of the good ones. Like, be that person, be the good one. Like, it's as simple as, you know, as a motorcycle rider, we have the biker wave. If you see somebody else on a motorcycle, you know, like, oh goodness, we obviously all go through the same struggles, facing these cars and, you know, facing these freaking gears, you know. So we just, you know, give them a little hand up or a nod or whatever, you know. And it's a friendly little environment thing that we have. I have yet to get a biker wave, but there is an awesome man in my neighborhood who wakes up early, and I usually see him on the way out and on the way in, or sometimes I'll just see him back on the way in. And it's a constant wave, you know, like, it's just a friendly neighbor thing to do. And if you do that, like, and I go home, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, he waved at me, like, it's the best thing in the world. But it's just little things like that. And if we're all happier, guys, we can lead this world to world peace. No, but if everybody around us is in a better mood, you would think that that would affect your life in a productive manner as well. Just imagine a world where the person at the grocery store was nice to you. There's a pretty bird right there. Imagine if somebody on the freeway didn't viciously cut you off and then flip you off for them wronging you. No, I'm sorry, this is not a happiness commercial. This is not what this video is, or this, I don't know, topic was meant to bring on. But if you think about it, you know, as if we are all genuinely good people, just for a little bitty part of someone's life, that can have a positive outcome. It's beautiful out there. A positive outcome on your neighbor's life and ultimately your life. So I know, I'm not trying to be Barbie this morning, but it's definitely something to think about. Like I said, in this pandemic, and it just doesn't apply to this pandemic. Like, in your day-to-day life, when things ever, if they ever return to normalcy, whatever, just being a better person, it's a good thing, you know. And like I said, I promise you, I'm not like some Barbie high-waisted pant. Like, no, I'm just a normal person. But if you think about it, if everybody does their part and not being a straight asshole, it's literally what this video is about, is not being a jerk, then it'll be better for everybody. And honestly, the more pleasant of a person you are, the more people will actually want to be around you. And there's like so many people who always complain, like, I don't have any friends, no one ever wants to be with me, I don't text anybody. Like, dude, evaluate yourself. Are you a good person? Do you make yourself readily available? Like, friends don't want to be like, nobody wants to be friends with a brick wall, and or a cactus. And I know some people are literally built like cactuses, like they're prickly and they have no idea that they're prickly. But if you break through the exterior, sometimes they're phenomenally squishy, lovable people. All right, I think that has been enough about reading rainbow, or, you know, rainbows in Texas. But at the end of the day, Harley has great customer service. I do actually have one complaint, and actually it served me great in the long run, because what had happened was